So today we're going to wrap up volume by talking about the volume of a sphere. Now, a sphere is a three-dimensional object where all points are equal distant from a given point, called the center. If we look at it, it has a circle. So if we cut it in half, we see a circle. If we look at it dead on, we have a circle. So because we have a circular aspect to it, that tells me that we have to use pi. So remember, because we're going to be using pi, we need to use the pi button on our graphing calculator. The formula for volume of a sphere is V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Remember, r means radius. However, sometimes we're not going to be that nice. Sometimes we're going to give you the diameter or the full length going through the center. So in that case, remember, a radius is half of the diameter. So let's look at example 1. Find the volume of the sphere. So just glancing at it, I see I have a length going from the center to the edge. So that tells me I have my radius. So I know my radius is 3 feet. So I know my volume formula. So capital V equals 4/3 pi r cubed, or in this case, V equals 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. So I'm going to type that in the calculator. 4/3, so 4 divide 3, times pi. Remember, pi is still that second, then the caret button, times our radius of 3 cubed. To get cubed, I'm just going to hit the caret button and type a 3. Hit enter, and we get our volume equals 113 point, I'll round it to the nearest thousandth, 0.097, but we need our units to measure. So feet, volume is cubed. Okay, let's learn example 2. In example 2, the length that I have goes the whole entire length. So that tells me I have a diameter in this problem. I don't want a diameter, I want a radius. So like I said before, our radius is half of the diameter, so 12 divided by 2 gives me 6 centimeters. So I'm going to use the same formula. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So V equals 4/3 times our pi times 6 cubed. So let's set that in the calculator. 4/3, so 4 divided 3, times pi, so second the caret button, times our radius, 6 cubed. Just a caret and then a 3. Hit enter. And we get, once again, I'll round it to the nearest thousandth, 907, or 904, 0.779. Unit of measure is centimeters cubed. So keep that in mind. Sometimes we will give you a radius, sometimes we'll give you a diameter. Sometimes we will throw a complete curveball, or should I say half a curveball, as in example 3, we have a hemisphere. A hemisphere is half a sphere. Well, guess what? We're going to treat this problem just like how we did before. Except when we find our final answer, we're just going to take half of it. So in this problem, I have the length going all the way across. In other words, I have my diameter. So I need my radius. So I need to do 28 divided 2 to get 14 yards as my radius. So I'm going to do the same thing. V equals 4/3 pi r cubed, or in this case, V equals 4/3 times pi times 14 cubed. Type that in the calculator. So 4 divided 3 times pi, second caret, times our radius of 14 cubed, so caret 3. We get V equals, or volume equals, 11,494.040 or 04. But we want half of this because, well, it's a hemisphere. So I'm just going to hit divide 2. So it says A and S are answer, divide by 2. Hit enter. So for this problem, we have V equals 5,747.02 unit of measure yards cubed. Now I kind of throw a little bit of a curveball at you guys. A PE teacher is trying to figure out how much water it will take to fill a ball that has a radius of 4 feet. How many cubic feet of water will it take? Well, once again, the only measurement that I need really to find volume is my radius. And it says, well, it has a radius of 4 feet. So my R equals 4 feet. So we're going to do the same thing. Volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed, or in this case, V equals 4/3 times pi times a radius 4 cubed. Going to take a moment and type it in the calculator. So 4 divided 3 times our pi, the second caret button, times our radius 4 cubed, so caret 3. So we get our volume equal to 268.083. It says feet, so that means it's feet cubed. And we have one more word problem for you guys. A basketball has a circumference of 29.5 inches. How many cubic inches of air will it take to fill the ball? Well, we don't have a radius in this. However, we did make a note for you guys that in order to get circumference, or the distance around the shape, its circumference equals 2 times pi times r. So first in this problem, we need to find our r. If we know our circumference is 29.5 inches, I can say 29.5 equals 2 times pi times r. Well, I want to get r by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2 pi. I'll type in the calculator. So 29.5 divided by 2 pi. To be careful, I am going to retype it in. So 29.5 divide. Since I have a 2 and a pi on the bottom in the denominator, I am going to put it in parentheses just to be careful. So 2 pi, close parentheses. I get 4, well, my radius equal to 4.695. Now I'm going to use that and find volume. Remember, volume equals 4/3 times pi times our radius cubed. Or in this case, volume equals 4/3 times pi times 4.695 cubed. Let's type that in. 4 divide 3 times pi times 4.695 caret 3. Enter. And we get 433.506. Unit of measure, well, is in inches cubed.